Okay, that was useless. So from now on, I'm just gonna go do what the other way, cause I don't even understand why that shit just did that. Anyway, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Wayne. We back in the building with a pot of balloon and fine love video.
You ugly motherfucker.
And yeah, man. So let me see something. I'm getting ready to start this YouTube right up. And yeah, man. I see which one of my niggas come through, you know what I mean? Come kick it with your boy. Okay. But anyway, shout out to everybody out there, you know what I mean? But anyway, we finna get into this pot of balloon to find love. So I am on the YouTube shit. Let me make sure that okay, that's the kiddo and that's the joint right there. Okay. So
Let's get into the show.
All right, let's bring out our first single gentleman.
and shout out to DZ and Shani Rose. Lovely couple. Um and I swear I'm not tripping. But ma'am, you was pregnant the last time I saw you.
No.
I don't know if you had the baby. I don't know, but I don't want to be insensitive in case, God forbid the worst happened. But I'm almost certain I saw you pregnant. I'm almost like 100% certain. But if y'all did have the baby, congratulations. I have no idea. Um, I don't know if y'all had a boy or girl. Like it's for me. If you ever do watch my content, shout out to y'all too. You know what I mean?
You ugly motherfucker.
But how I do over here is I find a pot of balloon review that I want to review. I love y'all's work, but it's a million content creators, and so I'm just doing that. And then maybe once every week and a half I do like a stream about some other stuff. But anyway, that was actually I was going to stream about tonight because the Davos is wrapping up. I don't know if it's a weekend or like a whole week. Anyway, Elon Musk says some really interesting things about singularity. He also mentioned about he thinks by 2031 that all AI will be smarter than every human on Earth. He says between next year it'll be just as smart as the smartest human. So um, he also there was a person who mentioned that he believes that AI will take over everything written. So anything that needs to be written or any type of communication that is in the written form, whether that's online or anything like that, there was actually a person who said that he believes ChatGPT will take over religion. And that was very interesting. And he had some more things about it. I don't know if that was Elon Musk that said it. I don't believe that would have been him. It was probably some type of keynote speaker or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But I was trying to find that video, but I did have several from the Davos the sit down that um what is this nigga name? Elon Musk, you know what I mean?
You ugly motherfucker.
I did have several of his video that he was sitting down with the other guy that was on stage for about 40 minutes. Um I had that one and I was combing through it and there was two big parts that I wanted to talk about. You know what I mean? For y'all conspiracy theorists out there, he did say that he was an alien. So he said somebody asked me about aliens and he said he tell people I am an alien, and then he said nobody believes me. So I know y'all gonna love that shit. But anyway, we got this pot of balloon to find love going and we finna get into it. So Shout out to DZ and Shiny Rose, and you know, let's get it.
Hey, how are y'all doing? Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing
I'm
today?
good.
Good deal.
Can I get your name and age?
I'm Stanton. I am 36. I'll be 37 in a month and a half.
And what do you do?
I am an electrician, but I'm mostly a poet and professional speaker.
Okay, nice. Did one down a little bit of everything. Okay. So, do you have any children?
Yes, I have a 6-year-old. She just turned 6, and I have a 13-year-old son.
And how do you feel about a young lady that does have children?
That is preferably to me because I
Wait, you said you how old?
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good deal.
Can I get your name and age?
I'm Stanton. I am 36. I'll be 37.
Okay, 36. I thought you said you 26. I was going to say you 26 with a 13-year-old? Nigga. My man said as soon as he got to middle school, he was trying to have one, bro. That shit crazy. I literally thought he said he was 26 with a 13-year-old. I was about to say.
Yes, I have a 6-year-old. She just turned 6, and I have a
Unbelievable.
13-year-old son.
And how do you feel about a young lady that does have children?
That is preferably to me because I want somebody who knows what it is to be a parent because their parenting style could definitely help me with mine because I'm not perfect. But I was raised by my dad and my mom. They're still together, thankfully. And I still have a lot to learn, though.
Okay. That's a new perspective. I love that. Okay. Do you have a preference or limitations on how many children or baby fathers?
No, I don't. I'm not that type of person. We've all had a past. We've all like grown, and we're all adults now. So like, if you have kids, you got 13 of them. Well, let's chill. But
Yeah,
outrageous
nigga,
number.
let's sit there, sit your ass down. If you got 13 kids, married or not, sit your ass down somewhere. Your damn uterus gonna fall out if you keep doing that. But anyway, yeah, man, I don't even know what's a lot of kids because I could say that now. We laugh and joke about somebody having 9, 10 kids, but I mean, my mom was one of 9. And I don't know what that looks like because my mom is 65 plus, right? And she was one of 9. So she was the last one of 9. So I don't know how that really works. You know what I mean? I know that nowadays there's very few people who have like more than 5 or 6 with one person. I know. So shout out to the dude Devin. He's a darker skin. He's kind of like a motivational speaker and stuff like that on IG. I'll be popping in his IG lives, but I think he has 6. He's the only person I know with that many kids. Now I know a dude with 6 kids, but he got 5 baby mamas. So you know what I mean. But I know dudes with multiple kids by multiple women, but I don't know any couple that has all of their kids together and it's like more than 5. So shout out to whoever in the building, you know what I mean?
You ugly motherfucker.
But yeah. Like he said, yeah, if you got 13, you want to sit down. I mean, that's a lot of kids. I can't imagine having 13. I got 3 daughters and that is enough. That is enough. You know what I mean? But I can't imagine having like 5, 6. Forget if they with one person or 5 different people. It don't even matter. Like, that's a lot of kids to just be around. Like, you hear them. And me is different because kids be young and screaming. I can't do that screaming. Like, that makes me think somebody in danger. And they just be screaming and playing around and stuff like that. Like, oh, man. It'd be tearing my heart up. But anyway.
Okay.
But nah, I'm not picky like that.
Okay. Go ahead and name a deal breaker for us.
Dishonesty.
Okay.
Not being forthcoming. There's a difference between honesty and being transparent. And so I'm a very transparent person. Something else is, I don't know. That's pretty much the big ones for me. Not being ladylike. I don't want anybody who's gonna be roughing me up. Like I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but
You ain't no small nigga, I tell you that much, bro. I know I could do a couple push-ups, and unless the see the host compared to her, she's small. I know she is a small woman. I don't know her height, but I would say she's 110, something like that. I don't really know weight of a woman, and I don't want to be disrespectful. Shout out to Shanny Rose and Deezy. Shout out to y'all, but I'm just guessing she's 5'4" or 5'3". She's got to be like 110, 120. I'm guessing, but you definitely 5'9" at least. You know what I mean? I could tell from your arm. You know what I mean? You ain't no small motherfucker, but you ain't. You know what I mean? Don't make it seem like you ain't no big dude, you know what I mean? I'm not about to wrestle with you. If we ever got to wrestling,
I hop out, I start shooting. Bow, 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 bow. Shot the nigga. Bow, shot his ass. Bow, 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 bow.
you ain't about to rough me up, bruh. But let me just say this: you big enough, you know what I mean, to have to get sniped, bruh. I'm not about to wrestle. I'm not about to wrestle with you.
Somebody who's willing to communicate rather than just to shut down.
Who in my
or
chat,
not
man?
talk or just be yelling and want to hear themselves instead of like having solution for the issue or the problem, because nothing is really that big that it can't be resolved in a respectful manner for both parties.
Very well worded. I love that. All right, so we have a pop balloon. Let's go check it out.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, love. Can I get your name and age?
Chopiny, and I'm 32.
What? Chopiny?
What do you do?
I'm a mental health therapist.
Okay, and why did you pop your balloon?
It's the children for me. I just want the person that I have children with, their first child to be, my first child, their first child, us experiencing that together. And he's already experienced it twice.
All right, is she someone that's your type?
Yes, she's gorgeous. I like the look. She did well today, and thank you so much for your honesty.
Thank you. You're handsome.
Thank you.
I love that he pointed out this because did I not? Before we started filming, I was like, yes, honey. She came all the way through. Okay, actually, though. It's going back down.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh, we do have 4 unpopped balloons. Normally
Scotty,
I
what
would
up,
make
bro?
you ahead and
I
dive in
already know, bro. You getting ready roast somebody, bro. But this is the only all girl panel that's right now. You know what I mean? That's out right now. Unless somebody drops one that's all girls outside of Arlette, because Arlette gonna snipe me. But you know the rules, nigga. Pod the Balloon draft is officially open. Say, give me the. Nigga, she taken, bro. She married to the other dude that be walking out. You know what I mean? In the beginning, she with him, and I think she just had a baby. I remember reviewing her videos, and she was pregnant. I for shit show know she was pregnant because I was saying, man, quit backtracking with them heels on, because I just didn't want anything to happen. But now she's here. I don't think she's pregnant no more. Well, I can't physically tell, but I definitely know she was pregnant. So I assume she had a baby. I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to think the worst, but I know she was pregnant. So
pop. But
Okay.
I think we're going to go ahead and start with a question.
All right.
So what you got for him?
So my question for all of you, thank you. You all look great. My main question is, so what does
He
your
said, "Give me
normal
those."
weekend look like?
Is that as a single individual?
As a single individual, like what is your weekend schedule looking like?
Okay, let's check it out. All right, love. Can I get your name and age?
Okay, my name is Coco.
Nice to
I
meet you.
am 33 years old. So as far as like my schedule is pretty much flexible. I am a caterer and I bake. So it pretty much goes as I plan.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you just never really know but I pretty much schedule and
Who
ahead of
you want, Scotty? It might be one up there for you.
time. So say if we were going out or you had a planned date, I can always adjust my schedule.
Copy that. I like that.
All right, check out the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, hon. Can I get your name and age?
Hi, my
Wait,
name
is she pregnant now? See, look, see her tummy. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful because I actually love this content creator. They're a couple, and shout out to them. And they're a black couple, you know what I mean? So I gotta shout out to them for coming together and doing something like this. But I know she was pregnant, bruh. He said this the obese version, nigga.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh.
You have to read this story.
Jesus.
Oh man, see, I'm laughing because it's like I know if it ain't you, I know it's gonna be bars, but I knew you was gonna be here and you was gonna have some shit to say.
Deluxe, and I'm 30.
And what do you do?
I'm an artist.
All right, and go ahead and answer his question.
So, a typical weekend for me probably would be cleaning up, going out shopping, but it really depends because I am an artist, so I'm always traveling, like here and there. But it is like last minute sometimes. It's not planned, being in that. So, yeah,
Can I ask her another question? What kind of artist are you?
I rap.
Oh, okay.
She a rapper?
Bet.
Yeah, artist.
She got bars.
That nigga said she got bars, bruh.
No.
She got bars. Maybe. What's her rapper name? We definitely want to know your rap name. Don't rap no bars, cause you know what I mean. We don't want to hear the bars. We want to know your rap name, and then let me pull it up. Cause if she get to rapping and say something that's off putting, it's just going to be bad.
Let's go down to the next one. All right, now can I get your name and age?
I am Golden and I am 41.
And what do you do?
I'm actually a adolescent child therapist, as well as I run several businesses. I have a management company, a record label, a recruiting company. I do books. I bling out different things and everything like that. So I'm a one-stop shop.
She has a record label.
All right, and go ahead and answer his question.
So me, I am on my own time, so I make up my own schedule. So I'm available anytime.
Gotcha.
So what does your weekend look like?
Well, I have kids that take care of my
The only
kids, so
bar
my
she
weekends.
got. There you go.
my
I ain't even
weekends are
read it.
pretty
The only
free,
bar she
unless I
got
have an event.
is chocolate ones and the. Come on, bruh.
No.
See, I knew it. See, I'm reading it because I got it like slightly zoomed in. I got to like slide it over. Said I seen the only bar she got, and then I just stopped. I said, "Oh, here it come, here it come." The only bar she got is the chocolate ones and the stump. Come on, bruh.
Well, you finna find out your barbecue with your little ass ugly as hell on my mama, boy.
Well, you finna find out. That's crazy.
Or something that I'm doing, so I'm pretty open.
Okay. All right, let's check out this pop balloon right here.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, love, can you get your name and age?
My name is Barbie. I'm 44 and I'm a serial entrepreneur. I own a boutique online and I have a clothing brand and I also day trade stocks and crypto. And the reason I popped my balloon was because he never made eye contact with me once and I'm an eye contact person. He looked at everybody else and not me, so I'm an eye contact thing.
I got you.
So.
You said it was the angle?
It was the angle. It
Yeah,
might have
really
just been
pretty
the-
eyes.
Thank you.
So I wish I
appreciate
could have
it.
seen them, but I didn't. So
Well, thank you, and I apologize for
it
that.
had nothing to do with you. It was like the vibe. You
I
know
got
what
you.
I mean? So
Well,
And is
thank
she
you.
someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Yes, of
Thank
course. Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's go back down. All right, so we got to get down.
Wait, hold on.
All right.
I know she was pregnant, bruh. She was pregnant before. She had to have that baby. That's the only thing I can think of. She had to have had that baby. That's the only thing I can think of. I know for a fact. I remember seeing it. And I've been in their live stream before. When they went live, they be going live in the house on the couch. You know, back when they was having issues with finding videographers and things like that to record these episodes. But I could have sworn she was like pregnant. Maybe it's me, maybe it's just my eyes. I don't know.
So we got to get to know them a little bit. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
You look good though, girl. So shout out to you, you know what I mean?
Ugly motherfucker.
But yeah, you know what I mean? You look good though.
And pop one.
You look
balloon.
great actually,
One
but
balloon.
no disrespect.
All right, I'll meet you over there.
Copy.
All right, love. And why did you keep your balloon?
Well, he seems like he's very organized as far as a man. He seems like he's a real man that knows what he wants, knows what he's doing. So I liked it that.
All right.
I appreciate that.
And why'd you pop her balloon?
I only popped because my preference was over here, and that's what I'm already seeing. But I appreciate your words, and I appreciate your style. It's
Thank
very
you.
nice, and it's very original. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
All right, let's go on back down.
He clearly pointed to the girl at the top. I don't know why the second girl has her balloon, the rapper. I think he likes the first girl.
All right, ladies, it is now your turn. I'm gonna let you go ahead and ask him a question. Are you ready? And check it out.
Of course.
All right, love. What's your question?
Okay, so on your free time, how do you usually spend it?
I am a person who doesn't really have free time, but on my regular free time, I'm usually either, if I'm not playing basketball, I'm with my dog, we running, or I do poetry. So I'm either at an open mic. I do listen to country music, so I'm either line dancing or styling or doing something out in the woods or riding horses. I'm doing stuff like that.
Okay.
Why she pop? He listen to country music. I mean, I don't. I listen to all music. Me, like I can sing several rock bands like shit, word for word, bar for bar. You know what I mean? My favorite song in the world comes from a rock band. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, like it's just I don't know. He in the country shit, but they down there in Texas. This show is also in Houston, Texas, I believe. So
Okay. I guess can I ask another question?
Of course.
So you're on a dating show,
hmm
and you said that you don't have no free time. So how would you make time for us?
So when I say free time, I mean time to just like do nothing. I'm always doing something.
Okay,
I'm
so you keep
always
yourself
active. I
occupied.
try to be as proactive and productive as possible because I mean we really don't have that much time on earth. So
Okay.
if I'm not with my kids, like I said, I'm with my dog, we're doing stuff. I'm always out doing something meaningful or something to help or something productive.
Okay.
shout out to somebody
So-
else in the building. We got Scotty. You ain't alone in the building. Somebody else here. Trying to figure out who it is.
Yeah, I would definitely make time. I'm the best date goer you could ever have.
All right, we're gonna check out this pop balloon real
Yes.
quick. All right, love. So you did have your balloon unpopped, and you're about to ask a question, but you popped in the midst of it. What happened?
Yeah. I think for me, being that I just said I was an artist, I feel like I listen to all type of genres as well, but me being the hip hop rap,
Mhm.
that's mostly what you would hear, like with me. So it would kind of be like I would want somebody who would be able to give me pointers or have that ear for the hip hop and the rap to where if I need your, of course, if it's gonna be my partner, I'm gonna ask for your opinion. I'm gonna ask for this and that. And I feel like just with like the country, it may not have the same ear as somebody who actually listens completely like to it.
I
That was all.
understand that. Okay, I appreciate that.
That was all.
I used to have that same viewpoint, and then I heard country music, and I was like, it's just R&B rap with a twang.
Yeah, no, I like country. No, I'm not saying I like it,
Mhm.
but that was the only reason because I'm like, okay, I'm constantly in the studio. If
Mhm.
I'm in the studio and you're not doing nothing, but you say you don't really
Yeah.
have time, but if you do, I'd be like, come with me. And if I'd be like, what you think? Like, I won't want you to actually have that ear to be like and not think of country
No,
while you're in the studio.
I got you,
and
but
I'm-
no, I wouldn't. But I got you. Okay.
All right.
Rapping, I don't know. I mean, I'm not ever going to diss nobody for what they got going on, especially if you making money from it. Hey, listen, you know what I mean? I always say, do what's in your best interest. If you getting money from rapping, my nigga, go get your money from rapping. You know what I mean? That's first and foremost. So thou shalt not play a hate over here. I don't hate on nobody game, but just in my point of view, I feel like rap is dead. And I've been seeing those videos. I wanted to review one kind of when I talk about other shit on stream, but it was this 20-minute video about several different people talking about rap is dead. Like I grew up off of rap and shit like that, and I was on the producer side, so I make beats and shit like that. But nowadays you just got like we just know that rap is basically dead. You know what I mean? Like I can't really say because it ain't like I'm a professional rapper. It ain't like I got shows and shit, but I can't tell you the last concert I've been to. I can't, you know what I mean? I don't, you know what I mean? I don't pop out at none of these rapper shows. If I'm somewhere where a big rapper is, it's because one I promoted for back in the day, or I just know that nigga personally and he brought me along. But you know what I mean? I don't pay for music and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? I listen to music on the radio or listen to niggas mixtape when they. I'm listening to the music as soon as it go on YouTube. You know what I mean? And that's no diss to the rapper, but because I would support a rapper like my homie rap. You know what I mean? I'm gonna support him and his music, but again, that's because I know him. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
All right, let's go back
Yes,
down
ma'am.
then. And let's make some space.
Oh.
Get to know a little bit. Come on. Me? Yeah.
Nah.
You the only one with an unpopped balloon?
I love how they get so like, oh my gosh, me? Yeah. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna let
She
you guys
taller
get
than-
one really good question, okay?
Okay.
You asked the last one. I'm gonna let you go ahead and go first.
So I know you said you cater, and so what is that? What you're passionate about? Cooking, or what is your passion?
So how would I say? I have a lot of accomplishments. However, when I narrow it down, this is something that I know that is more lucrative.
Okay.
I connect with a lot of people in that manner. You know, I've worked a 9 to 5. I realized the ups and downs, you know, the power control, and I realized that I'm gifted and talented in my culinary experience. So
I like that. That's dope. Shout out to you.
thank you.
You have a question?
Yeah, how do you feel about New Yorkers?
That is a great question. My dad is from New York. I go to New York as much as possible. I used to go every summer. So New York it's like home for me.
Like what part?
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Right there
where
on
in
Central
Manhattan?
Park.
Central Park. Okay. Where exactly?
My uncle lives off of 42nd Street.
Hold on, we're
Yes,
dropping
two.
addresses. What we doing?
Times Square. That's not
That's no. 42nd is Manhattan still. That's still
Central. Okay.
Central Park is right.
No, you're
It's on
right.
the
I'm
way-
sorry. Yeah, 'cause I'm from
Nigga, you get in school and you don't like you from New York. And why we dropping addresses on your uncle? What if somebody find your uncle and you know what I mean? Put the soldier boy to him. Come on, bruh. Your uncle live in New York City. He live in Manhattan. If you know what I mean, if that, you know what I mean, I just been like, look, my uncle live in New York City. He live in New York City somewhere. You know what I mean?
Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn.
Shout out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because the reason why I'm asking because people like to stereotype, and then it's like, so we're not gonna work. But the fact that you said that, okay, you have children.
Yes, ma'am.
How's your relationship with their mother?
I'm be honest. My daughter's mom,
So he got 2 baby mamas. 36, 2 baby mamas. I ain't mad at it because, you know, anybody can be a baby mama or baby daddy at any given minute, but
okay. We're just regular. Hey, let me go pick her up, drop her off, and that type of. But my dad. Sorry, I said my dad. My son's mom. We cool. We're cool. So, yeah.
Okay. How often do you spend time with your daughter?
My daughter.
okay, you don't like him. All these are questions you can ask on a date. Just go on a date.
She used to live with me until recently, and so now she's with her mom. So now it's a every weekend.
She gonna end up popping.
In type of thing.
And how old is she?
She's 6.
She's 6.
Yes.
And how old is your son?
13.
Have you ever been married?
Yes.
So which one?
Neither one of them.
Come on back. Come on back. You got to map that out for us because what just happened in your head?
So I thought the daughter was the oldest one.
No.
But you said that you have a better relationship with your first child rather than your second
Yes.
child, mom.
The mom, yeah, not the kid. Not the kid. Not the kid. The mom. Don't make it seem like he's better with his son's mom just because he got a boy. For some reason, I feel like that's what she gonna say.
And then that seems like a pretty alarming because that's a daughter and a daughter needs her father.
She has her father. This is the relationship with the mother, not the kid. He just said he go get his daughter, you know what I mean, all the time. This ain't got shit to do with the daughter. It has everything to do with the parent.
And you have to figure out some kind of way to have a good, healthy relationship because it's for your child and it's not about you. So
Okay, why are you schooling him on shit like that? You don't know the dynamics of it. What if his baby mama crazy? You know what I mean? You don't know. You like. I hate when people make just that broad assumption, like you got to have a better relationship. You don't know this. You don't know the specifics.
it just made like I'm a person that thinks a lot and always try to like navigate around it because I feel like
Are you referring to his relationship with the mother?
his relationship with the mother reflects on the parenting, which also affects the child. So
But he exactly. See the whole. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Shani Rose. Because you just as dumbfounded as I am. I only caught it faster because whatever. I'm not there to like. You know what I mean? To stop it right in the middle of it. But shout out to Shani Rose because she's like figuring out, man, what are you talking about?
But how does he have control over the actual relationship if the mom, who knows what she owned?
Yeah, that's what I said. Who knows what she on? How you know the mom ain't on some shit?
Be on stuff, but he still has a solid relationship with your daughter, correct?
Very much so.
but you never married none of them.
No.
You didn't marry the first child, mom.
No. He said no.
No.
Or the second.
Or the second.
Yeah. I don't feel like you made a lot of unwise decisions, and it kind of makes me feel like a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Have you go back and get in line?
Well, thank you.
Unfortunately, we did not find a romantic
Yes,
match,
ma'am.
but we would definitely love to have you come back. Okay.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. All right. Let's bring out our next single gentleman.
At least he cool about it.
Hello.
Howdy.
How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Can I get your name and age?
My name is Donald. I'm 47 years of age.
And what do you do?
I work at 4 school districts in Houston area. I deal with kids every day and try to make a difference in their lives in a positive manner.
Okay. Do you teach?
Why he stiff with it, bruh? Loosen up, man. You know what I mean? You gotta relax, bruh. Just fall back, bruh. Chill, bruh.
Sure. What exactly
Yes,
do
I
you do?
teach.
Okay. What subject?
Any subject. PE, math, science, social studies, biology, history.
Okay. Do you have any children?
No kids.
Okay. How do you feel about a young lady that does?
Not a problem.
Okay.
Because they need really a man figure in their life of moments of a mode of encouragement.
Right.
Because
Ain't nothing worse than a smart
You see what I
dumb
be
nigga.
saying, bruh? Come on, bruh. Just vibe out. You two, you giving us the corporate answer. Like I said before, America can't take no more lies. I'm not saying you're lying. What I'm saying is you're giving us the corporate answer. We don't want the corporate jargon. Just say what it is. They need a father. They need like male role models. Cool. Leave it at that. You getting ready to go into all these bullet points and we don't need all that, bruh. You getting ready to mess it up.
it's a wicked world, and I can encourage a person in a positive way.
Okay. All right. And name a deal breaker for me.
Deal breaker?
Yes.
Person that is supportive of me and meets me halfway instead of somebody just do everything and leaves me out in the cold to dry. That's my deal breaker.
So you want a partner.
Correct.
Okay. All right, so we do have a few pop balloons. Let's go ahead and check it out. Can I get your name
And the rapper is the one holding on to the balloon. Unbelievable.
and age?
Hi, my name is Coco. I'm 33 years old.
And what do you do?
I am a baker and I cater, and I also am an immersive culinary performer.
All right, and why'd you pop your balloon?
I popped my balloon because I feel like we wouldn't be a great match at all. I have too much energy for you, sir. Too much.
Energy for me, it not really be a problem because I personally work out every day, and I am a sports official. I work out every day. I walk, I exercise. I mean, it really doesn't bother me because I can most definitely, I can hang with you. I can.
Okay.
Really?
I don't really sleep. Yeah.
You don't really sleep? That's not good for your health.
And I love your occupation, and I love the way how you presented yourself, but I just know, like, I will walk all over you. And
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Jesus.
I would just walk all over you. Damn. You know what I mean?
Boom. God damn.
Damn, man.
that wouldn't be fair.
Wow. But how do you, this is the thing that kind of worries me. How do you rest in between shifts like that? I mean, because usually I was like that too. I try to stay up and then it kind of burned me out and I almost got sick.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a no for me, sir. I don't really know how to get into this right now, but it's just gonna be a no for me.
All right, she's someone that's your type?
Unfortunately, no. I got to go with a no on this one. But it was nice to know your acquaintance. Thank you so very much.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
All right, it's going down to the next one. All right, love, can I get your name and age?
Yes, my name is Shobani and I'm 32.
And what do you do?
I'm a mental health therapist. I own my own private practice.
All right, and why'd you pop your balloon?
He's just not my type. The confidence that he came in with was really low, and I just felt that I enjoy men who are confident, come in with their head held high, and he just didn't give that.
Big dog
I'm
energy.
a very confident person. I'm always energy type person. I always come with energy. And really, if there's another opportunity, I would love to see you in person with me with energy. I'll come with energy. I'm not going to be coming like, oh man, I don't know what's going on. I do deal with mental health as well, but I try to keep it to myself and don't try to spread other people because I don't need them to know what's going on in my life and any else's life because that's personal and that's private. It's supposed to stay that way.
It's supposed to stay that way, and then you just uttered it out. You know what I mean? Come on, bruh.
Bitch ass nigga, you can miss me with the whole ass shenanigans, my nigga.
And this is coming from somebody with visual issues, like significant visual issues, right? I am always going to believe that people with disabilities of any type, whether it's mental, physical, whatever type emotional disabilities we got, these people deserve protection. They deserve resources and outlets and people who work with them and stuff like that. But you just uttered it out. Now, I feel confident saying my visual impairment is a disability, right? Because I'm legally blind, right? I'm blind in one eye and I still have significant vision impairment in my good eye, right? So, but I'm cool with saying it. But I'm, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not here holding back a mental health issue. But you say you want to, it's private to you, but then you utter it out, And I feel sad. I feel not sad. I feel bad that he's in this position because he's 47. He probably wants to have kids. I don't know how long he's had that issue, but I could tell, like, he's a little bit more reserved. Like, his energy is kind of got to be more focused, to actually get that up out of him. But, he definitely is not somebody who's just going to be good on a one off. He needs, like, multiple interactions with somebody to, like, fully set into himself, and give his best self to anybody, guy or girl, like whether it's friendship, business wise, or whatever, you know what I mean? But I mean, hey, again, I didn't sign up to go on a Pop the Balloon show. So, you know what I mean? And shout out to him for putting himself out there and trying, but it is what it is.
I think he just shot his shot at you. He said he wanted to see you outside of this.
No, thank you. I appreciate meeting your acquaintance.
You
Same
ugly
here.
motherfucker.
Is she someone that's your type?
Yes.
All right, let's go down to the next
Thank
one.
you.
All right,
I wonder about the faces he making too.
love, can I get your name and age?
C Lux 30.
And what do you do?
I'm an artist.
All right, and you were holding on to your balloon for a little bit, and then you decided to pop. What happened?
Because I like how it was. I feel like he's stable, and I feel like he already knows he's at the point where he already knows where he's at with it. I didn't like it was multiple things that kind of added up for me. So it was just like when you asked about kids, he was like he wasn't sure. Like yeah, when he said a father figure, I thought, how do you know the father's not there? I don't need you for that. If I'm dating you, it's for me, not my kids. So that was like one thing. And then yeah, I just feel like if I already
Man, people ain't even. He was saying that the host asked him, "How do you feel about a woman having kids?" He said it. He doesn't really care because all kids need a father figure, and he believes he could be a great father figure for them. You know what I mean? He didn't say anything like, "I'm just trying to push the father figure away." He just said he knows that he's a good father figure. He didn't say that he's just going to come in and be a father figure, but
have a kid that I'm taking care of and things like that, I just feel like I don't want to have to worry about like taking care of someone else. You can say. So yeah, that's why.
oh well. I mean that kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? From the mental health standpoint, but it is.
So, what was the initial reason for the pop?
The initial was like the 3 red flags that I said.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. And is she someone that's your type?
No.
Oh.
Thank you. The answer to that question is no.
Okay. We're gonna go on down to the next one. All right, love, can I get your name and age?
I am Golden and I am 41.
And what do you do?
I am a child therapist as well as I own several businesses as well.
All right, and why'd you pop your balloon?
He's just not my type, and as far as the age, it's just not what I'm looking for.
Okay. So what's your age cap?
Well, I'm 41, so I want someone that's around that age, 41, 45. He said he's 47, right? Yeah, he's just really just not my type.
Bars,
All
what
right.
up, boy?
And is she someone that's your type?
Scotty, you ain't want to make no pick. You know what I mean? You gonna avoid your pick?
Just being fair and honest.
Okay. Any specific reason?
I dare not to discuss. I'm gonna move on.
Damn. So that mean you.
You ugly
That's what it
motherfucker.
mean. If he don't even want to discuss it, you ain't his type. He don't even want to discuss it, man. He said the hosts are always the baddest. Yeah. Every Pod the Balloon host is gonna have like the girls that host them are all bad. The policy girl in the UK, Shani Rose, which is this girl's name, Arlette, and what's the other girl? Cinematic Bams, shout out to her. What's the other girl? Love Mountain, you know what I mean? There's one other girl I'm forgetting. I did her video the other day. She had 4 people on. Her name was Janaya something. She does pop the balloon reviews, but I went back to her channel, and she stripped every video she had. She probably had like 50 videos up there. She had like 5 or 6 pop the balloons with girls on the panel. She only does 4 at a time, so she'll have a 4-girl panel. There's Melanin in the 6. She's okay. All the girl hosts that are on pop the balloon, they're all extremely, they're good looking. Arlette, this girl, Love Mountain, Policy UK will be my flavor, but she's a little makeup heavy. But I ain't got no problem with that because she's very petite. But yeah, what I mean, shout out to all the women who host these pop the balloon shows. They all can, what I mean.
I'm finna go deep inside. Yeah, I'm finna go deep inside. Yeah, just leave them nuts hanging out. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Let's go on down to the next one. All right, love. Can I get your name and age?
My name is Barbie. I'm 44.
And what do you do?
I'm a serial entrepreneur. I own a boutique online, and I have a clothing brand, and I also day trade stocks and crypto.
All right, and why'd you pop your balloon?
I popped my balloon because he seems like a very nice gentleman, but just not my type at all. It seems very nice.
I really appreciate the compliment, and I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right, she's someone that's your type?
The stocks and stuff, I have a big problem with that because I did that before and I lost a lot of money. So that definitely is a red flag. That's a no.
Because you lost a lot of money?
Cause you lost, nigga. What about her? She ain't lose her bread.
A lot of money. What if I made double what you lost?
Then I may think about that and reconsider.
Is she someone that's physically your type outside of the stocks and everything?
Yes.
All right, let's go on back down. All right, love. So I do have to ask you because you didn't say anybody was your type other than one person. What's your type physically?
Physically, my type is someone that'll be there for me as a supporter. That means, whenever I'm sad, I need somebody to pick me up. Whenever that person is sad, I can pick them up. And that's what my philosophy is.
Okay.
I like to try to, I like to try to, give them a little cheer up. If they're down, I like to lift them up.
Why he getting louder? Like, what's wrong with your man? Why he
You ugly motherfucker.
Why he getting louder, bruh? He said, if I'm down, I need them to pick me up. If they're down, I want to pick one. Then he starts getting louder. Like, why you getting louder, bro? Look, I'm gonna go back.
Give him a little try to,
see, he's low right now.
I like to try to, give them a little cheer up. If they're down, I like to lift them up.
Why he loud
I'm
and
like
aggressive
a
now?
spiritual person.
So what are you physically attracted to from
He said
a
he
woman?
old
What
and
is your
dumb.
favorite thing about a woman? You like their skin tone, their hair texture, their height. What is it that you're looking
All the height is perfect because I'm tall too. It really doesn't bother me. The boots, the heels, and everything. I mean, I love that.
Okay. All right. So unfortunately, we did not find a romantic match, but we would love to have you come back. Okay. All right. Let's bring out our next.
Y'all see his face when he walked off, bruh? Look at his face, bruh. Look at his face. Look at his face.
You have to read this story.
Let's bring out.
No.
Tracy Morgan looking ass.
No.
Unbelievable, bruh. Why he walk off like that? That is hilarious, bruh. He old and dumb. Y'all crazy. Man, he's just an older gentleman. He said he 47, man. And that ain't nothing. You know what I mean? He be all right. You know what I mean? He probably would be better if he does, like, I don't know, those speed dating events. Because I don't know how tall he was. it'd be easier if somebody said, "Oh, I'm 6 feet" or something like that. Then I can gauge like how tall the girls are, how tall I would be if I was in that, So it makes sense, but nobody really says how tall they are. So yeah, man, he crazy as hell.
Got our next single gentleman.
I don't think nobody gonna get a match.
Hello.
You ugly
I'm good. How are you?
motherfucker.
Very well.
What's your name?
My name Gino,
And how old are you?
32.
And what do you do?
I run my own business, part-time auto mechanic. I got music in the background too.
Okay.
So,
Where are you from?
Baltimore City.
Okay. I was like, you're not from Houston.
Not
okay.
at all. Not at all.
That nigga is not. Shout out to you because you from the DMV. Well, hold on. Baltimore is not the DMV. For those who don't know, Baltimore and DC. They call it like the first address in Baltimore versus the first address in DC is like a 50-minute drive on a highway. So like they're two different worlds. DC and Baltimore are literally two different fucking worlds. So yeah, shout out to him. But he on that YN type time.
Do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
Okay. How do you feel about a young lady that does have children?
You know what I'm saying? I played stepdaddy before. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn. Excuse me.
That nigga crazy.
So you are open to playing stepdaddy?
Not really. No.
So no.
Damn. Oh. All right, my bad.
So yeah, you play stepdaddy?
No, I don't play stepdaddy.
Okay, so no.
I'm
Okay.
gonna stick with that answer. My bad, gang. My bad, y'all.
You good. Name a deal breaker for us.
Sheesh, having more than 2 kids.
I thought we had no kids.
No.
Then we were-
It's like, if you got one, I'll mess with you, but I ain't about to wife you, though.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh.
Smoke your ashes. Listen, the Bible's a classic, but it's no Illmatic.
Jesus.
He said, "I mess with you, but I ain't about to wipe you though." Look at the host. The host is like, my man cooking. This dude is off the chain, bruh.
No. It's like, if you got one, I'll mess with you, but I ain't about to wife you, though. What does that mean? How you gonna get mad at me? That's honesty. Y'all don't want no honesty up here. All right, so basically, I'm just saying that's what it is. You feel me? I ain't got no balloons. It's crazy, though.
Well, so one child, you can mess with them.
Yeah, you feel
But
me?
not wife them.
Yeah, I'm not wifing nothing. I got more than 2 kids. Let's just be
So
honest.
we'll wife one child.
I mean, it's a possibility. Like, I'll talk to you. For me, I'm a little hot up here. Can I take this jacket off?
Sure.
Nigga, why you... What is wrong with this nigga, bruh? Who mans is this? Scotty, this your brother, nigga. This your brother. Get your brother... He needs some help, bruh. Why you come up there in that
You have to read this
pink
story.
ass, Laffy Taffy ass jacket, bruh? For one. For two, if you hot, just hold on to it. You about to be out of there in 5 minutes anyway, as soon as the girls get done telling you off.
Sure.
And what you gonna do with the jacket once you take it off? You gonna hold it?
Okay.
Y'all pop my balloon. I feel all crazy now. I'm nervous. I'm back. My bad.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just go ahead and dive on into
Yeah,
it. Come on. Can I get your name and age?
My name is Coco.
But I mean, at least he's honest though. You know what I mean? He's forward saying, yeah, I mean, I'm not about to wife you. I mean, I don't know how that feels or how that looks, but shit, again, that's not a me problem to fix. So
So I am 33 years old.
And what do you do?
Oh,
I am an immersive culinary performer, and I also have my catering and baking business.
I wonder what an immersive culinary performer is. What the hell is that? Is that like Salt Bay? Is he a immersive culinary performer? Where he like chop up the onions and flick the shrimp in your mouth? Does she do that? I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying, what is the immersive culinary performer? You say immersive, then you use the word performer. So it's got to be some theatrics to it. You know what I mean? He said,
Good.
"Bye, sir."
Yes, I can.
I can eat. I'm just saying. All right.
All right, then. And why did you pop your balloon?
Well, I have a set of twins.
Oh,
So she cooked the first guy for saying you don't have the best relationship with the mom of the daughter, but you got a good relationship with your son's mom. And she fried him because of that. Me and the host both pointed out like that ain't got nothing to do with his parenting ability. That's just the relationship with the mother. You know what I mean? As if she had no kids, but now she has a set of twins.
for real?
Yes.
That's cool.
And then he's from Baltimore. It's not gonna work.
I live here.
You from Baltimore. It's not gonna work.
People love me here.
Wait,
And I'm
why?
actually because Baltimore, they're kind of like rough. Like,
That's Baltimore, nigga. That like I ain't gonna lie to you. Baltimore people just rough. They barbaric. Shout out to my right hand man. My best friend live in Baltimore, bruh. Nixon, shout out to you, nigga. You know what I mean?
You ugly motherfucker.
But yeah, like it's just it be like that, you know what I mean?
they're rough.
I'm pretty rough.
You're from New York, though, right?
Yeah, but New York and Baltimore is very different. No, look, New York and Baltimore is very, very different. You know? Have you
Yeah.
ever visited there?
I lived in New York.
Yeah, so it looks very different. It looks like a throwback New York.
Jesus, New Yorkers love me too. I don't know what's up with
Yeah, you probably would have been good like if we was cracking jokes like on the block or whatever, but
type shit. I understand.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Is she someone that's your type?
No, she got twins. All right, so boom.
Is she someone that's physically your type?
Very fertile. We would have had twins again or triplets.
She ain't lying.
Let's go down to the next one. All right, then. Can I get your name and age?
Shobani, and I'm 32.
And what do you do?
I'm a mental health therapist. I own my own private practice.
All right. And you had your balloon unpop for a little bit, and then you did pop. What happened?
I don't really like men who waste women's time.
Nah,
so him saying like, "Oh, I will mess with you, but I ain't gonna wife you." Why even mess with her?
Why
Just
not?
leave that.
Why not? Like, bruh, what
I'm finna go deep inside.
why do people ask dumb questions?
Just leave them nuts
So
hanging
if you at some point, like forget all this RP stuff, at some point people will have to realize that people are self-interested. Most people are self-interested, but they're self-interested selfishly. They're not self-interested for practical, real life reasons. If they were self-interested for real, then the world would be a better place. But if they're just, most people are self-interested selfishly. So, like, okay, the store's closing, you know, everybody's scrambling to get stuff, so people fight over food. That's like a selfish interest versus like a real life selfish interest is like, or self-interested is like, you know, everybody's going to get the vaccine. I don't believe in it, so I'm not going to get it. You see what I'm saying? There's like a difference. Like one person does actions because it means something to them, or they have like they're mentally, they're spiritually, or they're physically, they do stuff that serves them. But most people are just like selfish to like their wants and needs. That's different. You know what I mean? Like somebody who doesn't skip school, they do hard work on class, or like the guy at your job that, you know, busts his ass on the job because that's what he's supposed to do or whatever like that. That's somebody who does what's in their best interest. But selfish people are just like, oh, like, why would you deal with a girl but not wife her? I mean, the same way a girl would take a dude on a date, allow him to buy her a gift, spend money on her, but then don't want to give him no ass. It's the same exact reason. He's doing it for a selfish reason. You would do it for a selfish reason. It's the same shit. Literally, it's the same exact thing. Of course, why mess with a girl if you ain't gonna wife her?
Woman alone.
She has something that he wants. Like, bruh, what you think she just out here with nothing? He said that nobody wants her. I mean, I don't know. Some dudes be liking thicker girls and, you know, the pretty thick girls. You know, she's pretty, but I just don't understand how she don't understand like why somebody would mess with a girl but not wife them. How else is he gonna get sex? He's got to do something to get it. Unless he's gonna, illegally take possession of it, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? He got to do something to get it. He doesn't want the whole thing. He just wants the one-time service of the internal parts.
Oh.
Why?
You don't want her.
She might want me.
It's so nice meeting you, sir.
Sorry about that.
Well, we can dive into that real quick because when you say mess with him, that means like y'all can hang out and kick it, but we both know we not about to go further.
Part, let's be honest.
At least, yeah, exactly. He honest. So she can get what she wants. She can get, she can get her, she can get ran down on. And if he needs something, he can run down on her or she can run down on him. It is what it is. Honesty. You know what I mean?
All had a couple moments like it ain't it, but we
exactly
can kick it for a little bit.
Sure you had some dudes that might have had a kid. You just
never. That's a deal breaker for me.
Same.
So yeah, I don't know.
Well, I get her saying, "Why would you waste somebody's time?" But you don't even meet that criteria to have your time being wasted. You don't have a kid. I think you are probably the only woman up there with no kids. He doesn't like women who have kids. You don't have kids. So you don't meet that metric. You know what I mean?
No, I just don't like it when men waste women's time. I think
said
that
not
we're
me.
too old for that. You said you were 32, right?
32.
Yeah, see.
Exactly. How we too old for it? Like you ain't never done that. It's always we pass that when it's my turn to play. You know what I mean? It's always like that. Everybody want to laugh and party and bullshit. Then when I get it, you know what I mean? Then everybody want to actually, do what's in the best interest of everybody else. Hey, fuck everybody else. They ain't do what was in my best interest. So when I was getting shafted, when I was getting shunned, when I was getting pushed to the side, everybody just told me to suck it up and keep going. But now I'm hot. I'm the hot thing on the block. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. And you think I'm not going to partake? Come on now. I'd have told her that. So when you want to play around and have a dude buy you gifts, take you on a date to try to get to know you, you play around with him. That was cool and acceptable. But now that it's being done to you, now it ain't cool and acceptable. Oh, okay.
Maybe at 22, but 32.
Yeah. Maybe I got a little bit more maturing to do, but I'll get there.
I love that for you, my brother.
Right.
Is she someone that's your type physically?
She looked thick in the hips. I like that.
She looks what?
Yeah.
You said thick in the hips?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If you can you can hear it, motherfucker. You heard what he said the first time. Shani, you out here playing.
No.
You heard him the first time.
So we found your type. All right, let's go on down to the next one. All right, love, can I get your name and age?
Yes, C Lux 30.
And what do you do?
I'm an artist.
All right.
Artsy fartsy. Sorry. That was stupid. I'm sorry. Let's continue this. Cut that out.
It will not be. And why'd you pop your balloon?
I popped it because the no kids was a deal breaker because I have one. So
he said one, he gonna mess with you.
Yeah, but if you I ain't just trying to mess with a guys. So
You sure?
at this age, am I sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that and I got one. So
Exactly. See? Exactly what I was saying. You did that. So don't now this ain't directed to you because you didn't say the comment. The previous girl did. But how can so I would ask the previous girl, look at this girl right beside you. She said the same exact thing. I messed with a dude and got one. Exactly. See, it's all fun and games when you ain't got when you ain't when there's no when there's no problem or no issue or no pushback or no you're not gonna get left with the bill, sure. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna go somewhere and it's all on somebody else's dime, well yeah, I'm gonna act the fool. Cause I ain't gotta pay for it. I don't understand how the previous girl didn't understand that, but this woman does, cause she just said it. I messed with a dude and got one. Exactly. She did her way. She had her fun. You know what I mean? And now she got left with a baby. But now he can't have no fun because you got penalized with a baby. I don't understand how people don't understand that.
I understand.
yeah, I ain't doing
like
that. But yeah, that was
He said,
mainly the
not me.
thing, and I just don't
You
know.
heard me?
I don't know if the lights
Yeah.
would align for real because I'm always. He seemed like he be outside too, but I'll be outside on business, and it seemed like it's gonna be constant. Like
Maybe you can get me outside on business.
I mean, yeah, friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
cool.
That. I like that.
That was the smoothest friend zone I ever seen.
I try to be friends first.
Yeah, all fun and
Is
games
she
to the
someone
rabbit
that you
got the
type
gun.
this in?
Exactly. Perfectly said. All fun and games. See, they want to have fun when they want to have fun. Like little cats. Cats want to come around and, you want to play with the cat when you want to play with the cat, but the cat want to run away. Then when you minding your business, doing something else, then the cat want to come up to you. It's like, nah, keep that same energy. You know what I mean? You want to have fun when you was in your 20s, messing around with whoever you was messing around, and you done got a baby. Now, it's my turn to mess around. I'm in my, you know what I mean? It's my turn to mess around. Now I can't mess around with you because you got a baby now. Unbelievable.
She seemed cool for real, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry. I keep looking at her chest. I'm sorry, but she seems nice. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest.
Did you say you keep looking at her chest?
No. I said I keep trying to not look at her chest, so I'm trying to not look at her body. You feel me? But she got a nice body, and it just there.
So you are physically attracted.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's move along.
You getting hot over here. You gonna take your shirt off next?
I'm still hot. I know.
All right. Can I get your name and age?
I am Golden and I am 41.
And what do you do?
I am a child therapist as well as I own several businesses. I have a management company, a record label, a recruiting company. I design all kind of clothes, bling out things. I help people with business credit as well as your regular credit.
Oh. You sure you're in a scam artist? I'm worried, gang.
He said, I'm worried, gang. This nigga crazy. I told you, Baltimore people off the hook.
No, not no scam artist.
So
just
if I
a
give
real
my credit, all my
a
stuff
real
is good
woman doing real things.
type stuff. I like your colors.
Thank you.
Right.
I made this.
For real? You did? Y'all need to link up. Y'all can make some money. I can help y'all make some money.
And why did you pop your balloon?
Well, I have 5 kids. And
Damn. She too fertile.
And I have 4 grandkids, so I come with a whole
4
team.
grandkids?
Yeah, so if you ain't gonna do kids, then I'm not the one for you.
I'm actually very good with kids, you feel what I'm saying? Y'all said preference, but I ain't gonna act like it ain't a possibility. It ain't like a 0 possibility. I like you. I
Well,
like
you said 1, and I got 5, so that's out of range for you.
5, I'm saying. Just have my. All right, my bad. You're right. You're right. What'd I do?
See, this is what I want to say. It's all fun and games now because he having fun and he making all the girls laugh. But I promise you, after this episode, he got somebody's number. Any one of these 5 girls would have went. They just not gonna go on camera. I'm starting to notice that. Cause they all laugh and giggling. They all think it's funny and ain't nobody, they all said that, or I know 2 of them said that other than that, they were their type. So, and he liked both of the thicker girls. So I'm sure that one of these girls off camera was like, yeah, if he would have pressed up on him, like, yeah, like, you know what I mean, blah, 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 woo de woo. Like, I'm sure he got somebody's number off camera. I'm almost positive. But on camera, nah, because he said all that wild stuff. But off camera, yeah, he got somebody's number.
He's someone that's your type
She's a little
physically.
bit older, but I've had older before.
And why are we gonna make an exception for the 5 kids?
Oh yeah, the 5 kids. I almost forgot about that part. But I'm not about to go outside with somebody and be like, oh, she got 5 kids. It's not the first thing that's gonna pop up. You talking about dating or just like messing with somebody?
Oh, so we're back to the messing with them. If she has 5 kids, you can mess with her, but you're not gonna wife.
Yep, that's
5 she might be too fertile though. You feel me? I'm scared of that.
So you don't want children?
I do, just not. I don't know about right now. I'm trying to wait till I can find that one. That's why we're here, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, she's not here. So we're gonna go down to the next one.
You right.
All right. Can I get your name and age?
My name is Barbie. I'm 44.
My bad. What's up, Barbie?
And what do you do, Barbie?
I'm a serial entrepreneur. I own a clothing brand and have an online boutique, and I stock trade, day trade.
Y'all both serial entrepreneurs, it sound like. Yeah.
We're women. Women have to be, we're moms.
Facts.
And I have 2 kids, and that was why I bought my balloon.
So that's why you popped the 2 children.
Damn.
Okay. Outside of that, were you physically attracted?
Yeah, he's like his style. I like the style. Like,
See? White girl. She liked this style. I'm telling you, bro. What he said, girls want to have fun, aka not grow up. I mean, sure, it's just, that's what I'm starting to notice. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Because once I start doing these Pop the Balloon show reviews and I've heard all that RP stuff and, you know, I've understand it and then I realize what it actually is going on. Now I can actually sit and think and wonder like, okay, now it makes sense when people say the things that they say. Because when you hear all that RP stuff at first, you're like, ain't no way this shit that they talking true. Then you actually sit and think and then they say how you'll never be able to unsee it. So then you go around in your life and then you realize, yo, now I understand what I was looking at. See, before this whole explosion of the RP and all that stuff on the internet, people didn't know what, I feel like most men, the people who are well adjusted to it or who can just accept it for what it is, they always felt what they felt, but they just didn't know what they were looking at. They didn't have the words for it. They didn't have the lingo for it. But now that you have the words, the phrases, the people have made it, people have shoved your face in it. Now you can't unsee it. You know what I mean? You'll never go back to like thinking like, oh, I'm not seeing what somebody's attracted to, or oh, I'm not seeing somebody play around or, you know, act selfish and then want to throw rocks and hide hands. Like, then you're able to actually see it. So yeah, like I said, like all these girls are up here laughing, giggling. That's the first step. He is tall, with hair. He got tattoos and shit. So this girl, the other girl, and the girl with no kids all said that they were attracted to him. This girl just said, yeah, she liked the outfit, she liked the height, she liked all that. So, and she has 2 kids, so she might have 2 kids with a black guy. I don't know, I'm just guessing, but now that I know that, that's why I'm saying, like, off camera, he can definitely, in my opinion, he could probably talk to one of them and get their number and probably just deal with them off camera, but on camera, no, because he said all that wild stuff on camera.
it's a little rough. I like it.
Thank you.
See? It's a little rough. I like it.
Y'all, he started licking his lips. I'm done.
I like the neck tats. Yeah.
Yo, my
But-
bad, Barbie. Damn, I didn't know you had 2 kids.
And
Y'all,
I'm-
why ain't y'all wait for me? The realest man is a rock. My bad, yo. I'm done. Am I done? I feel bad. Y'all done popped my balloon.
Is she physically your type?
I ain't gonna lie. Can you do a 360?
This the one, if she does it off camera, she'll go.
I'm just saying. She like she got booty for a white girl.
Have you never seen
What?
this show before?
Nah. So
That's
you can't.
on
So you
you.
can't do a 360. That's all.
No, that's not allowed on this show.
Oh, my bad.
You should have known better. You should have watched the show.
You're right. You're right.
You didn't do your homework.
I be too outside.
All right. You have to catch your 360 as she walks out.
You're right. You're right.
Come on back. Come on back.
My bad.
Woo! Yeah.
Damn.
That was a good run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we did not find a romantic match. But we would definitely love to have you come back, and we'll make sure that no kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I love y'all with kids.
Everybody has children nowadays, pretty much. So.
Okay. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another.
That was off the hook. But since we got like a little bit of time, I'll do this one video that I did want to look at. Y'all don't mind, right? Y'all ain't got shit to do, so we finna rock out to it. I didn't watch it, but it just said this is destroying our civilization, and I feel like I would agree. 30 minutes. We may not review the whole thing, but I'm not exactly sure.
Old social.
My body counts 11, and no, it doesn't matter. Unless it's like excessively high. I would like to not exceed 25 before I get married.
Modern dating is a straight-up humiliation ritual designed to ensure either one of two outcomes. Marry a 304 or watch your bloodline die out. By 21, the average American woman has slept with at least a handful of men, can't boil water without a tutorial, and obsesses over her degree, likes, and Instagram.
See, these are these type videos where they just throw, I like the style of it where like they throw the little stock photos and then make the stock videos and stuff like that. I'm actually learning how to, I know how to use CapCut, but the technique of like dealing with your audio. Because let's say I walk down the street and I just said all these things. Let's say this is a script. So this is how it goes. This is how this video was made, right? They go to ChatGPT, say, hey, I'm talking about how these girls out here ain't nothing. You know what I mean? And I need you to give me a script. So the ChatGPT writes up a script. They either say some of the things that are on the script or they just voice record themselves reading the script, right? Then they go into CapCut or whatever video editor they got. They put their video up there, they audio up there, take the video out, right? Then they just go on any website, Shutterstock. I like Pexels. That's what I use to get like my non when I do like videos on like other stuff. That's where I get my thumbnails for. But that's what they use to get these stock videos and these little quick videos and stuff like that. Then they just match it to what their words are. So they'll say, oh, girls are fast, and then they'll just boom, bring in that video, or boom, bring in this video. And that's how they do that. And then 30 minutes they have the video after all of that, and then they just drop the video. But so I like the style of it, but the thing I have with the issue with these videos is they say a lot of stuff like that's like rage baity or just it's over the top, like girls don't know how to boil water. Sure, you know what I mean? Maybe, yes. But it's just like these little comments that it's like, really? Most guys don't know how to really cook, so I'm not saying most girls know how to cook, but I'm sure the average girl can make more food than the average guy. But it is what it is.
Instagram clout instead of building a home. Yet the same woman demands a guy who's 6 foot tall earns 6 figures.
See, like this is a stock photo. I'm almost sure of it. He didn't take a picture of that woman. That's a stock photo from a website.
And still begs for a chance at her attention on dating apps.
My man's got to be above 6'2". What is your 100K salary?
Oh, maybe not, because this is probably a YouTuber's video or something like that.
Meanwhile, every self-improvement video, podcast, and book is screaming at men, fix your frame, lift heavier, stack cash, become the prize. But where's the equivalent for women?
Ultimately, I think the whole political system is just based around women never being accountable for any of their choices.
This isn't random. Hookup culture, porn, social media, and a century-old social engineering experiment have rewired women to chase infinite validation, and it's nuking birth rates and making modern dating feel hopeless, and the data tells us that if we don't do something about it now, this could be the end of our civilization. But the system has weak points. There are incentives nobody talks about, and once you see them, the whole spell breaks. That's why in this video, we're ripping the mask off the biggest dating scam of our time, exposing the incentives that created this mess, the architects who built it, and the dark side of the red pill that nobody's willing to talk about. This is why. The reality is that the disproportionate shift in female to male value can be explained with a simple economic analogy: inflation. When a currency gets inflated, the price tags go up, but the underlying value doesn't. Sometimes it even flips. You pay more for less, and basic suddenly costs premium. Now apply that to dating and marriage. We call this hoflation. Not because women are the enemy, far from it, but because the modern environment has warped the market for everyone, and we'll get to why exactly I think that is in a bit. It's much more sinister than you think. Expectations have been inflated. Standards have been inflated. What I deserve has been inflated, but
See, that's my whole thing, and that's why I always say, like, this whole issue that people have in the world, it can be reversed, but the metric, the way that it is reversed is it's beyond tearing off the Band-Aid. It's amputating from the damn. This is like your foot having. Imagine your foot having a frostbite, like your big toe is frostbitten. It has frostbite on it. So most people say, okay, cut off that toe. This is how you fix this situation. I'm saying you cut above the knee. You don't even forget the foot, forget the lower leg. Cut from the knee. That's how far back you gotta go to save the, you know what I mean, to save the leg. That's how far back you gotta go. We're way past just cutting the toe off, way past cutting the foot off. We gotta go right below the hip. Cut there. You know what I mean? But that's my whole philosophy on it, but it is what it is.
the virtues that actually make marriage work haven't been cultivated at the same pace. The issue is incentives. Many women are trained subtly but constantly to see traditional values as oppressive or beneath them, and to chase status signals instead. Credentials, clout, vanity, attention, and options. When a whole culture treats sex like a currency, it's no surprise that women feel more desirable than ever, while becoming less prepared for making the home and serving their husband. This isn't something I'm making up. This is data.
See, and I fundamentally disagree with that. I agree with the fact that that's what's happening, but I disagree that he makes it seem as though this is something that's only happening now. Like, you're saying that women view these things as like things that are happening now. No, women probably have always viewed this stuff before. We didn't get to this point in the world with women having the view of it shouldn't be like this. Like, these world issues we got with women go back hella old. Yeah, the whole leg bad. Yeah, the whole leg bad. That's what I'm saying. Like, this issue, if it's ever going to be fixed, and I don't know, but if this ever, and this is only talking about men and women. I'm just talking about extrapolate this issue with every issue in the world. You know what I mean? That's what it's going to take to get this shit back on sale. To get this to get this back on tracks, that's how far back it's going to have to go. But as far as what he just said about like women having this view that they want the things that they want, they always are going to want that. I'm married and I know that women just want what they want. And that's fine that they want that, but that doesn't mean that they're going to get it. That's something that everybody has to be comfortable with understanding. Now, most guys know that they can't get what they want. Hell, I want 20/20 vision and a fucking Corvette C8. But I can't get that just, you know what I mean, I got to work towards it. So, and the same goes for women. Women may want whatever they want, but they're not going to just get it, and they're not going to be able to cry and complain and just stump their feet and get it. You're going to have to work toward it for one, and two, you're also going to have to realize you may never truly get what you want. You're not entitled to nothing. I'm not entitled to nothing. You know what I mean? We are all on this earth. I'm not even entitled to live 100 years. So how am I going to be entitled to having a woman who's going to do nobody's entitled to anything. You work at what you want in life. If you get it, good. You know, I hope you get whatever you want in life. But after that, it is what it is. I just think that most guys got to stop making it seem like women are that way. Women are just as selfish as guys are, but The only difference is most men are gonna change most men are gonna enforce that women get what they want because that's how they get the hump. Like Bill Burr said, everybody knows that women are wrong, but nobody corrects them because everybody wants to hump them. So it is what it is.
Nationally representative NSFG data, among women ages 20 to 24, about 29% reported having slept with 2 to 4 men, 23.4% reported 5 to 9, and about 13.1% reported 10 plus.
Women
And
working to
nasty
be side
1%
piece.
also reported 40 plus.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But they're not even entitled to that. If they want to work and be a side piece, go work and be a side piece. I ain't got no beef with a woman working to be a side piece. If that's what you want, go after it. I'm not here to stop nobody in whatever decision they want to make. I just tell anybody, make sure that that's what you truly want for yourself. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I was saying.
Fast forward to 2025 and the data's even more bleak. The US fertility rate hit 1.6 children per woman in 2021, way below the 2.1 replacement level, and it's dropped by 22% since 2007. By 2024, births to married women averaged just 1.7 children per couple. Meanwhile, a record 1 in 3 young adults ages 25 to 34 will never marry, with only 20% of 25-year-old women and 23% of men ever tying the knot. That is the lowest we've ever seen in history. But why? Dating apps and social...
That's fine. Like, that's tying the knot. See, who cares about the tying the knot? That's something else that the world is going to have to realize we're going to have to give up. We're going to have to give up this thought that, oh, like, marriage is like the fucking metric that everybody's going to have to go by. Society will go on without marriage. It's going on without it now. It's annoying and it's destroying our civilization as we know it, but we will adapt and we will survive. You know, once we are all dead and gone, if we could ever come back 1,000 years from now, unless Jesus has came back to change it, humans will live. Now, will they have flying cars and flying mills and be able to transport and all that? Will they live on different planets? Who knows? But they will survive. You know what I mean?
Social media amplify hypergamy, women chasing the top 10% of men, while the economic pressures make single life safer. The 2025 Atlantic Peace calls it America's marriage material shortage. Adults are 20 to 30% less likely to partner up than in the 90s.
Hey, you know what I mean? You right. You can judge, but it's like, I judge too, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not one of these people that just say, oh, like, we got to stop or fix this. Like, and who am I to say we got to stop or fix this? Why don't we stop and fix something that's more beneficial? Why don't we stop and fix people from killing each other? We talking about replacing the birth rate with, oh, we got to get women married or have kids. Like, no, how about we stop deleting people? That'll increase how many humans we have here on Earth, and then that gives us a better chance at having them people who would have otherwise been gone to have kids. How about we stop putting whatever chemicals are in the food? How about we stop making rent for a 1-bedroom $2,000? You know what I mean? How about we stop doing that? But no, everybody just wants to go think like, oh, like we're going to force women into... You're not going to force a woman to do anything. The same way you're not going to force a man to do anything. We can't force men to marry women. We can't force women to be with men they don't want to be with. Who cares? At the end of the day, I mean, it don't matter.
And here's where the hoflation kicks in. The average guy is getting hammered with correction nonstop. Fix your habits, fix your body, fix your bank account, fix your confidence, fix your game, fix your resume, fix your trauma, clean your room, stand up straight, become dangerous, become disciplined. And honestly, a lot of that message has been a net positive. It's produced better men. But why is almost none of that energy also aimed at women? Because we built an economy where female...
Because it doesn't matter. The reason why it's not built at women is because women ain't going to do it regardless. We could tell women all this day and age, you know what I mean? He said, I feel played by rules or unalive. Yeah, played by the rules. I feel played by the rules or unalive. Yeah. It is what it is. You can tell women to do that, but they're not going to do that. They're just still gonna become. Think about it now. We can literally have videos, data, statistics, and like tell people this is what's gonna happen, both guys and girls, and they're still gonna go do what they want to do. That's why I always say the only way this works is electricity has to go away. You know what I mean? Because then it forces everybody for survival to do either the right thing or do what's in their best interest. Not this whole, but as long as we got electricity and some people can get phones, I feel like girls are just gonna choose who they want to choose and then get another guy to deal with the baby, or and vice versa. Guys ain't gonna do what they need to do either, in my opinion. And this goes for me too. I'm not any different from any of the stuff I'm saying too, you know, because I've fallen short surely from where I want to be in life and what I want to have in life. But, you know, is what it is.
Validation is profitable and female correction is radioactive. The market doesn't reward telling women repent and mature and get serious, learn the skills that build a home and stop living for attention. No, that's the fastest way to go bankrupt. It rewards telling them you're perfect as you are, never change, and your standards are empowerment, and any critique is hatred. Take this example. Recently this comedian was humiliated in front of the entire world.
And this nigga is the goofiest of them all because he went smack at Myron. Then it turns out that, you know, his wife was, I mean, she talked about sleeping with multiple guys. Then she said, you know, she got, you know, her backside beat in, you know, she got the brown hole beat in college and couldn't walk straight. She talked about wanting to sleep with her friend's husband, saying he's so hot and this, that, and the fourth. Like, you did all this. And don't get me wrong, your chick is beautiful, but like, come on, bruh. I would never bring my wife into the forefront, no matter how big I get. Not saying that she's like this or not, because I can't even truly know. I met my wife at 22. Granted, my wife isn't from this country, so even if somebody was, you know, God forbid, if my wife was, you know, a skeezer, shit, at least them niggas live on another country. You know what I mean? I can't be for sure. I mean, I think that I had pretty good judgment, you know, for the type of woman she was, but I can never truly know. You can never truly know.
For his wife Jasleen making content that is beyond reprehensible for any woman, let alone a married one.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. So for context, I went to college from 2011 to 2016. I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate.
This is not.
See? Yeah, he is one, but
Not a two-way street. This is a one-way street. His money is our money, and my money is my money.
And it only gets worse when she openly said that she wants to sleep with her co-host's husband.
Would y'all ever have an orgy together with your husband? Priya, I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is good looking.
Now, when people came out to reasonably criticize her negative influence on couples and young women, she publicly called them all incels and red pillars. So you end up with a one-sided self-improvement pipeline where criticizing women is instantly labeled as misogyny, and actual misandry and hatred of men is brushed off as putting stubborn men in their place. But it only gets more hideous from here, because contrary to popular belief, things don't always improve in so-called Christian circles.
yeah, and this is my biggest gripe with these people, these RP people, specifically the ones that are on the Christian side of the game. And I say it every time. Hell, I even got a sound bite for it.
Smoke your ashes. Listen, the Bible's a classic, but it's no Illmatic.
The Bible's a classic, but it's no Illmatic. These people think that, oh, I'm gonna, like, it's no different when we do the Pot the Balloon or Find Love reviews where everybody says, oh, I'm God fearing. I'm this, that, and the fourth. Like, knock it off. You are equally as worthless as everybody else out here. You are no different. You know what I mean? And it's apparent when you go to Andrew Wilson. Hopefully he brings up Andrew Wilson, because Andrew Wilson is a prime example of this. You're gonna talk all this and that about how people should do God's way, God's way, God's way, and then realize you were married to a black woman, divorced her, got back with your baby mama who already had your kid, and she was married to somebody else before and had two kids with two different people before. Goofiness, you know what I mean? I don't have no problem with people having dirt in they bullshit like things in their closet because I have them in mine. My thing is why don't go out there parading as if you don't have them. That's my issue. You know what I mean? And I put all my stuff on the forefront. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm just the person who wants to deal with it right now, and then I don't have to deal with it on the back end. Trying to clean up something on the back end. But unbelievable,
Status quo,
man.
feminists ask for it, you're going to get equality. You ask for equality,
That
you
wasn't
get
original
equality.
feminism, though.
No, well, feminism has always been a man-hating ideology, but that's another conversation.
That's not true either.
Conversation.
Not true either.
And I really wish that wasn't the case. But popular voices in church and online often tell men to ignore a woman's past entirely.
Yep, they got him. But there's a pastor. He was in Arizona. I don't know his name, but there's a short clip of him saying, guys, just get married to the woman. Don't matter if they have kids. She's a woman of God now. This, that, and see, like it's all this like just fall on the sword. And again, that's why I said make the claim like nobody's doing this in the world. Nobody's doing this no more. Companies ain't even doing this no more for workers. You know what I mean? Like nobody's doing this no more.
I think that Christianity is inundated with feminist and feminist ideology. You also see tons of workers also who use Christianity as a shield from criticism rather than coming to the religion and the faith itself from a form of humility.
If any of these women were actually serious, I think we would see it by their fruits and probably never see them again on social media. Yet that's not what we see. The proof is in the pudding. In recent years, there's been a wave of many ex-porn stars suddenly becoming Christian, which is great, but yet their outward appearance, content, and actions often reflect very little evidence of real conversion. Young women who idolize these influencers see this and conclude that it's okay to cling to their old ways while claiming the label Christian for social benefits.
Woman, she's an amazing woman. She has a soul and a heart for the Lord.
Single Christian men feel this deeply. These women often seem to show up at church only when it's advantageous to land.
Exactly. But why would they do that? Because church allows it. And that's why I say there is no fixing it. Like you got to cut off the leg, even though it's just frostbite on the toe. You got to cut the whole leg off. Because he's talking about as far as church, but church allows this. You know what I mean? America allows this. That's why I said there's never going to be a situation where it's just going to be men and like just men and women get along harmoniously. No, because somebody else is going to allow the woman to do bad or have her run herself in the ground and like and somebody else going to have to pick it up. It's one of them damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. You know, if you're going to be screwed either way. If you're faced with a decision where you either do the decision and you're screwed or you don't do the decision and you're screwed, I then tell you, the reason why I would tell you don't do it, I wouldn't tell you do or don't do it. I would tell you do what's in your best interest for one, but I would lean on the side of don't do it because at least you save yourself the time, the energy, the effort. You know what I mean? You don't have to, you save yourself the money, like shout out to CGA, the money, energy, attention, and time. You know, shout out to you. But you would save yourself all of that. And see, this is why I always champion CGA content because he puts it plain as day. You would, if you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, just never do it because you would save yourself the money, energy, attention, and time. And you will probably ultimately end up doing something that's best for you. You know what I mean?
a traditional faithful man without the hard work of prayer, fitness, and discipline, and lifestyle change that the men have already invested in. They expect full acceptance and the benefits of covenant love, but bristle at any call to accountability. The irony.
But the thing is, that's what the church allows them to do. You know what I mean? And I don't want to sound like, that to me, in and of itself, that's how the Bible, I believe, is written. I don't know for sure, but that's how it's written. You come to the Lord no matter how destructive you made your life. So you could be a dope fiend, right? You could be a whole fiend. Meth head for 20 years. No teeth, 100 pounds, and you're 6 foot. And you can come to God and then whatever, after that. I don't know. And I'm not saying that shouldn't happen, because that should be the case. You should be able to fix your life. You should be able to have a team or have a group of people who root for you while you fix your life. Right? I believe that is a good thing. Just like taking care of homeless people or people with disabilities. I believe that is a morally good thing. That is a great thing to do. But there's got to be some type of, we either need to make sure that people can't destroy their lives, which the church doesn't do, or we have to make sure that when they do come to us, they come to us before a certain point, or that we have full control once they come to us, so that they can't have both lives. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like that, like the other thing I've always said, every issue is one of two things. It's either there's no line drawn in the sand, or the line that is drawn gets to move. And that's an example of it. There's no line drawn in the sand, meaning people can do whatever the hell they want. Or when they do come to the church, they still can have the best of both worlds. They can still live in sin, still live completely outside the Bible. And this is church people too, while having God in the other hand. And that's an example of the line gets to move.
Runs deep because society paints men as stubborn and women as flexible, yet survey after survey shows the exact opposite. Men are more likely to change jobs, relocate, or alter habits when faced with criticism or new information. Women, constantly told, "You're enough as you are," often react far more negatively to any critique. Advertisers have figured this out decades ago because the most profitable message is simple: validate women endlessly, guilt trip men relentlessly. She deserves everything and he's never doing enough. That loop sells products, manipulates desires, and quietly destroys homes.
Yeah, so again, this is stuff like I've talked about it. There's actually a rule, and shout out to Ryan Stone. I actually learned this from him, but I looked into it too. In marketing, they say there's only two type of people you should ever try to sell products to. You should sell products to women, because women are more impulsive buyers, or you should try to sell products to really, really rich men, because they buy stuff so that it's kind of like a stroke of their ego. But everybody else don't really try to sell to, because you're pulling teeth. You're not really going to get the best from them. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
When affirmation becomes a business model, truth becomes the enemy, and feminism's vicious cycle rolls on unchecked. Now, the hopeful and beautiful thing is that many see through this and are beginning to wake up and rightly turn to the traditional Christian life with God at the very center. But some who try end up taking a disastrous detour that ends up doing more harm than good. The tradwife movement is the perfect example of what happens when you try to baptize an evil ideology like feminism. It's proof that the internet can take something real, good, and ancient and then turn it into a costume you can monetize. Because at the center of the tradwife pitch is a critique. Modern womanhood has been flattened into careerism, attention-seeking, sexual liberation, and performative independence. Fine, that critique has actual teeth and holds a lot of weight, and I would agree, and probably all of you watching would agree. A home matters, children matter a lot, and a woman who can build a peaceful household is more valuable than the entire corporate HR department. But then you start to look closer and the whole brand starts eating itself, and it gets even worse when they start lecturing. But before we dive into into these insane trad wife takes, I just wanted to say that it's really difficult to find sponsors for videos like this, and so this one is sponsor free. The fact is these videos take weeks to produce each, and I'm currently a one-man team, but luckily the supporters over at buymeacoffee.com/lungsoffaith help make these videos possible. So if you like these videos, please consider donating over there. And something new that I'm doing is supporters at $50 a month plus are credited as producers with real input on future topics. Back to the plot.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if your man asks you to not dress half naked or post bikini thirst traps, it's not because he's a controlling, insecure narcissist. It's because he doesn't want other men to have access to what he has. This is
Don't get me wrong, their words sound sweeter than Savannah's Faye. Jemima's on a flapjack until you start looking a little bit further. It's like
Yep. 300K followers.
these women just don't understand the contradiction of criticizing women who seek attention by, well, seeking attention on social media. Half these trad wife accounts are just modesty cosplay. It's look how private and hidden I am, filmed in 4K with ring lights and 45 takes. These girls are out here telling women to log off and to stop chasing male attention while she's...
Yeah, but see, this is my criticism for everybody too. Sure, this is a guy and girl thing, because yes, you're absolutely right. Lungs of Faith. These girls are doing this for financial benefit, right? They're gaining something from it. But at the same time, you're also making men not marry either. So you can't have somebody just, you can't have it all one way and then not have the guy take care of the woman, because this is the reason why everything's falling apart, because there's no yin and yang. In order for something to be in harmony, it has to be at peace. It can't be at peace if there's more on one side than the other. It's like, it's got to be not 50-50, but it has to be like in harmony, in balance. When you take something, you get it out of balance, that's when you get the destructive issues we have. But men aren't marrying these women either. I'm not saying men ain't stepping up to the table, because I'm not that content creator, but what I am saying is that men aren't marrying either. So how do we get them to... You want women to stop and then continue to just go to work? Like, you can't have both, is what I'm saying. Now, I agree. I wouldn't, if I was a man, I wouldn't marry either. But what I'm saying is there has to be some type of balance to it. But if we don't figure out what the balance is, and we just keep crying and complaining, then we're just going to keep getting what we got.
got sponsored linen dresses and an affiliate link for the bonnet. It's easy to forget on social media that the virtue of modesty doesn't only encompass your sexuality, but also seeking unnecessary attention and vainglory. One of the greatest examples of this was when Candace Owens got shut down on Jubilee by some leftist feminists who picked up on this.
When you sit here and you go, you'll be more fulfilled doing this, then spend all your time doing that. We would love for you to leave the public eye and go focus on what makes you fulfilled. Okay.
While most of us don't agree with this woman's whole worldview, this leftist woman is right to point out the blaring contradiction.
Yeah, see, it's both. Yeah. And I'm not mad at Candace Owens, because shout out to Candace Owens, you know.
I'm finna go deep inside. Yeah. Just leave them nuts.
And can y'all believe she's only like 30? I think she's like 34, something like that. You know what I mean?
Is supposed
She's
to be
a youngin'.
rooted in hiddenness,
I thought she was
sacrifice,
like
and
closer
reality.
to 40.
These trad e-girls
She
think
doesn't look closer to 40, but I just thought like she was, because she's always like had a composed like demeanor about herself. I thought like she was just an older woman that looked younger, massively younger. But no, she's just like a young woman. She was doing all that shit on the internet 4 or 5 years ago. She was like 30 when she first came out. She was like late 20s. Man, didn't know
that they can be the exception to the rule, but honestly it just makes the Christian position look weak by hypocrisy.
Somebody tells me
exactly, and that's why I always talk about on my channel the Christian position is completely a hypocrite, because you want to hide, you want to hold up high moral compass as if you're going by the book when you're not, and we all can clearly see you're not. But then on the back end, you want to have all the trimmings of secular life. You can't have both. You know what I mean? And then the antics too, and shout out to Drewski, because Drewski put it out there with all the antics. You had that one pastor spitting his hand to show like how the world spits on you, and he rubbed it on his brother's face, right? To show like this is how the world views you. Then you had the one pastor flying in on cables. You had the other pastor. You had the other pastor who had a husband. So he had the first husband, and he was pastoring in skirts. You got other pastor, that one pastor who went to jail for staging a fake robbery, but he was like scamming money from his church. You got all these pastors talking about close the doors. I need 40,000 from y'all before y'all leave. The Christian position, they're never going to truly get people to understand or actually follow them if they keep doing the antics that they're doing. And that's just in my opinion. But what do I know?
Kitchen. You're right, I do. I love it here. Let's make the kitchen great again. It's so much fun, you know? Get a husband, get pregnant, bake some pies. Oh my gosh, like, there's so much joy. No one understands me. No one gets it. Okay. Honey, I made muffins.
Well, what do we have here? Look at
It's just jokes. That's all it is jokes.
all these guys cuck maxing in the comment section. I'm gonna have to start a wall of shame. Maybe on my Instagram, because this is getting ridiculous. Let's be real, would she still be making videos if thousands of men weren't drooling over her content? It's the moment that these girls realize that the only reason guys pay attention to them is because they're pretty, not because anyone actually cares about their content. A 2025 Substack expose nailed it. Women like Erica Kirk build empires preaching stay-at-home life, but their bosses raking in 6 to 7 figures from sponsored content. Without feminism, they couldn't do it. And this humiliating exchange between Andrew Wilson and one of these Christian conservative covert feminists makes this crystal clear.
And as a woman, I want a strong man who is a protector and a provider that will go to war if need be, that will protect me, protect my...
Again, all these things are not what a man by the book we're talking, you know the book I'm talking about. That's not what his role, at least from my knowledge and my understanding that I've looked into, that's not his direct role. I'm not saying that he can't do this or the man doesn't actually want to do this. What I'm saying is that that's not what God made a man to do. Entirely. And notice everything she said. There's no metrics on it. I want a man to protect me, provide for me. How? Ones and zeros. Can we get any ones and zeros? We can't get not one or zero. Protect you how? Provide for you how? Is that a 1-bedroom apartment? A 3-bedroom apartment? Is that $1 million home? Like, what metric does God say that he has to perform? They never give metrics.
family, make money. I see that as being actually masculine. That's like the man that I grew up with, my dad. But what we're seeing now is these young men who look at Andrew Tate and the Tate brothers. They're like, oh, great, that's a manly man. So at some point, I think we'll go back to maybe meeting in the middle here.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just more feminist nonsense, ultimately.
Yeah, more. Just more.
And the covert feminism in society is big, especially on the conservative side. So here's what happens, right? Women need to have feminine virtues for men to be pursuing masculine virtues, for you to say things like, what I want is for men to protect me and I want men to make money. Well, that's great. What that ends up doing is it gives you a set of privilege in society. What do men get? What do men get for doing that for you? What are we getting from women for doing that? Are we getting chaste virgins on our wedding night? No, we're not getting chaste virgins on our
Exactly. It's impossible to get that.
Wedding night. Are we getting women of great virtue? No, we're not getting women of great virtue. The idea of courtly love is supposed to be done for women of great virtue. Where are they? Well, they're nowhere when female conservative influencers.
Exactly. Now he's equally as goofy for, in my opinion, for things that has eventually came out about him, but I'm not him. But as far as him being correct, you know what I mean? You can't get the yin without the yang. You need both.
Say this, it's actually a form of covert feminism. They're saying, I want privilege in society, but what is it women are giving to men to get it? What?
These so-called traditional conservative Christian women come out on television in a face full of makeup and demand traditional values from a man, while wanting to keep modern values for themselves whenever.
Exactly. Y'all remember I've said this too. I'm gonna put all these things in my book too. I'm gonna put a screenshot up in case like I ever do get big and have all my sayings on there. But I always said, you know, they say you can get something good fast or cheap. You only get one, maybe you get 1.5 or 2 of them. I say the same thing when it comes to this, and like ladies, I say you get what you want, what you need, or your rights. You can only really get one. You can probably get 2, but you're not getting all 3. It's impossible. You know what I mean? You're not going to get all 3.
It feels convenient. The contradictions only start getting worse and worse when you look at what the actual Catholic Church teaches. The early Christian saints did not hold back. St. John Chrysostom says, you can carry your purse full of the tools of sorcery, which he's referring to makeup. When you come out painted like that, even if you do not commit adultery, you have already committed adultery in your heart because you made all the men who saw you burn with lust. Homily on Matthew 73:3. A woman who paints her face is worse than a prostitute.
Exactly. And see, I'm glad... Scotty or Bars, I don't know which one of y'all are here still here. I've made this claim several times that you've heard me say like makeup in the Bible. God doesn't want women wearing makeup. And he just said it was Matthew 7:7.
Homily on Matthew 73:3. A woman who paints her face is worse than a prostitute.
See? These are God's words. A woman who paints her face is worse. Worse. See what I'm saying? But people don't want to, they just want to be able, you want to be able to paint your face and then still get somebody to do all these things for you and stuff. No, we have to take the whole leg. Take the whole leg.
The prostitute at least sins with her body. This one sins with her appearance and drags thousands into sin with her. And
exactly. You sin with your appearance and you bring thousands in with you. Now, I didn't know what he said it. What verse is it?
Matthew 7. You committed adultery in your heart because you made all the men who saw you burn with lust. Homily on Matthew 73:3. A woman who paints her face is worse than a prostitute. The prostitute at least sins with her body. This one sins with her appearance and drags thousands into sin with her. And another one, why do you deck yourself out like a whore going to a brothel? Tell me, if you were captive in chains, would you adorn yourself? No. So then why do you adorn yourself when you are captive to the devil? This so-called trad...
I know I've said it before, so I already know, like, I was familiar with it, but like I said, I'm trying to learn it as I go, because this is just something I want to do, but I'm never going to be the person who acts as if I go 100% by that, because I haven't. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to learn it, and I'm trying to grow in it. But I'm definitely not going to be like the person who said, oh, you shouldn't do this or do that. I'm just saying that everybody falls short. And that's why I got my favorite button. You know what I mean?
I do not look down on niggers, kikes, wops, or greasers. Here you are all equally worthless.
We are all equally worthless. But some of us think that we're not. And that's the people that I like have an issue with. Like, how do you not think you're equally worthless? But you adorn your face with the makeup. But you got multiple kids by multiple people. Guy and girl. Like, you got all these things. You would lie, cheater, steal, kill. You've done all these things. And you're not just as worthless as me. Somehow you're better with doing all those things. Some of those things I've never done or I don't do. But you're better than me. Okay.
Life movement is literally the inversion of the Christian order, where the man is in the public domain battling evil, involved in debate and politics, and woman is in private, protecting her delicate feminine heart and loving and nurturing her household. If you want to know why everything feels rigged, why marriage is collapsing, why women act like Instagram porn stars and still demand a ring, you have to stop treating this like some random modern glitch. Because it's not. This entire system was built on purpose, brick by brick, over 100 years ago, and it wants you to be mad at women. It wants you to direct your hatred at the young girls today who are raised to be like this because it takes away the attention from the institutions, the financiers, and the eugenic agenda that's really at hand. There's a reason that the white
Why you got them blurred out? Are they naked or something like that?
Ethno-European lapsed Catholic women are the ones who are least likely to reproduce in 2025. So it's European lapsed Catholics and the eugenic agenda that's really at hand. There's a reason that the white ethno-European lapsed Catholic women are the ones who are least likely to reproduce in 2025. So let's rip the pretty...
Now, here's the thing I don't necessarily believe to be true, and I could be wrong. Again, I don't proclaim to know anything. He said that those Catholic, like the white Catholic, whatever, that type woman is least likely to reproduce, sure. But I never quite got on board with the wanting to delete all people. I never thought the government would ever kind of want to be in that position. I never just thought of that. I always thought of it like you don't want as many people, but you don't want everybody. If that makes any sense. You don't want as many people as we got now, because in any type of thing, in order for something to be held up, you need a slave, what do you call it? A slave force, you need like a slave force. So let's say a house, right? Let's say I'm going to live on top of the house. White House, it doesn't matter. I'm going to live on top of the house. Well, I need people below me to keep the house up. So I need somebody to make sure that one of the columns don't go out, the walls are good, the roof is good. I need somebody to make sure that happens. So if these, in my opinion, the elites, right, if they're going to have this position of they want to be on top of the house, well, somebody under it has to, one, create it, two, make sure it stays up, three, enforce rules to make sure nobody else takes it down. Like, I never really thought of them getting rid of the slave classes, so to say. I never really had that thought that they would do something like that. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's different when you got robots, because you got robots kicking ass, then you got robots kicking ass, you know what I mean? So, but I don't know.
Wallpaper off and look at the foundation. Most people think that the rot started with Tinder or OnlyFans. Wrong. It started with the second they sold women's liberation as a Trojan horse for sexual anarchy. The heroes they put on the posters, the suffragettes everyone worships today, a huge chunk of them, and especially the loud male allies riding their coattails weren't fighting for voting rights. They were fighting to tear down the last walls around sex, marriage, and family, and so the chaos we live in now could be born. Victoria Woodhull, the first boss babe to run for president in 1872, openly preached free love, said marriage was slavery, and ran a newspaper with her sister bragging about their sexual encounters and affairs. And then take George Bernard Shaw. As a famous playwright and open Fabian socialist, he openly called for state-run breeding farms and said marriage was legalized prostitution, and argued that women should be called for state-run breeding.
Goodness gracious. The only fundamental possible socialism is abolition, selective breeding for men. Jesus.
Breeding farms and said marriage was legalized prostitution, and argued that women should be free to have children with whichever men they found most fit.
That makes sense. But then you have to, again, I'm not saying that that's wrong. I mean, I believe that you can have children with whoever you want to. I'm not saying that. I understand that that's how some people feel. That's fine if you feel like that. The only issue is, if that's the yin, what's the yang think? Because the yang has a say in it too. You can't just do what you want to do and then feel like somebody else is just going to agree with what you want them to agree with. So if you want to have XYZ baby, have XYZ baby. But on the back end, also realize that, you know, the guys are going to want something too. They're going to have a say so too.
Even if that includes more than a few. The first step towards the new eugenic morality is to give women the same sexual freedom as men. Now it only gets worse from here. H.G. Wells, the sci-fi writer and another Fabian socialist, was a serial adulterer who bragged about sleeping with hundreds of women, pushed free love as the future, wrote novels glorifying it, and said suffrage was only useful because it would destroy the family unit and make casual sex socially acceptable. That's the real origin story they don't teach you.
I'm confused as to why they want to make casual sex like so accessible. Is that just to hump girls? Like, not girls, but you get what I'm saying? Like to have broads? I mean, if it is, I guess. I don't know. I'm just wondering why somebody would want that as a guy. If you want to just live in a world where you can hump anybody, then it makes sense for you to have a standpoint of, I want everybody to be able to hump everybody, and it doesn't matter who they hump. That makes sense. But if you want that to happen and want to hold the higher moral stance, I don't understand how you do both. If you want to run through hoes or you want to run through bras, then run through bras. But if you want to run through bras and hold the higher social moral thing, I don't understand how you do both. If that's what it sounded like he was trying to do.
In school, and why you're subscribing to my channel. Women's voting rights got hijacked on day one by sexual anarchists who wanted the leash off. Fast forward to the 20th century scientists. If you were hoping things get better, they don't. Bring Alfred Kinsey, claimed 10-year-olds could orgasm. You can find this in table 34 of his own report. Said jealousy and monogamy were cultural deformities. He famously claimed that the only unnatural sexual act is the one that cannot be performed. He would have made for a great episode of EDP Watch. Yet this guy got medals, university buildings, and writings turned into required college reading. After Sexual Behavior in the Human Male dropped in 1948, it sold 200,000 copies in 2 months and blew up into a national event. PBS reviews and professional circles pushed it as something educators and policymakers should read. One contemporary review even framed it as required reading for a broad list of professional gatekeepers: physicians, educators, psychologists, legislators, and judges, all of the most influential aspects of society.
See, this is the stuff that I'm not even understanding, like how I understand the long play. Like I understand like when the quarterback throws like a 40-yard bomb to a wide receiver, he throws to where the receiver will be, not where he currently is. I understand that. But this is like over 100 years. I don't understand how you can have a deep... I don't understand how you can track that large of a scheme over 100, 200. I just don't follow that. You know, I just don't see. I mean, I know that it involves a lot of people, but it's got to involve millions of people, like to have something go that long. Like I just don't see how it tracks that long.
But its popularity wasn't an accident at all. This Space Cowboys book was propelled by the massive funding from Rockefeller Foundation, which provided the primary financial backing for his research through the National Research Council's Committee for Research in Problems of Sex. What a tongue twister. Grants started small, $1,600 in that time's money in 1941, but ramped up significantly, reaching $40,000 annually by 1947. That's equivalent to about $600,000 to $1 million today. And that's not to count the dozens and dozens of other similar studies that the Rockefellers were funding at the time. At its peak, this made up a substantial portion of the committee's budget, enabling Kinsey to hire assistants, expand interviews, and publish the book. But at this time, a lot of this stuff still floated in ideas in academia, but someone had to popularize it. But the question was who? Or Hugh? For Hugh Hefner, Playboy wasn't a side hustle. It was a manifesto. It was a way to take all of these perverted ideas.
All right, we're going to end it right there. Maybe we come back tomorrow and Maybe we come back tomorrow and finish this. But man, this is definitely interesting. I didn't think it'd be this detailed. Shout out to the content creator, but I definitely want to finish this because I mean, hey, you know, this should a damn good book, bruh. Shout out to this content creator. And if y'all wanna, his name is Lungs of Faith. So yeah, we gonna see what. Let me go to his page and see what other content he got going on. This was not an accident. That looks like something. Okay, so the video we watched was from 4 weeks ago. The crisis everyone is ignoring. That's a 40-minute video. That's from 2 weeks ago. The one from a month ago is called This Was Not an Accident. The one from a month ago is called The Crisis Nobody is Talking About. I really don't know. That looks like Nick F. And that's got a picture of Andrew Tejas. So yeah, I mean he's a content creator. This one's 2 months ago, the biggest lie we ever bought. And that looks like it says 1890, 1955 today. Okay, maybe we'll watch that one too, but that one looks like it's more on the I do have views and stuff about Peacestitution, if you know what I'm talking about. And how that's basically coming down the forefront, you know. I wouldn't say I want it to happen. I just think that it's, you know, it's kind of on its way. But yeah, man. I don't know. He's kind of like a conspiracy nut. He's talking about final warning before the Antichrist. I don't know, but he seems like a good content creator. So I'm definitely gonna finish viewing this. I've never heard of him before, so shout out to him. But anyway, that being said, we're gonna end it off on this one. Shout out to this guy. And man, I appreciate my boy Scotty for coming through.
You ugly motherfucker.
And shout out to that boy Bars for coming through too, man. But anyway, this is a great show. Man, you know what I mean? Crazy. But we finna I'll catch y'all boys back here tomorrow. Please make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man.
You ugly motherfucker.
And I'm out. Peace.